Hey, what's going on? How is everyone doing, huh? Well, here I am again doing my podcast. And today is October, what is it, October 5th or 6th? Jesus. It's Saturday, October 5th. October 5th, actually. So, you know, again, I don't want to turn this freaking podcast into my daily routine brief for you guys. I just want to talk about interesting things that I like to talk about, such as, Naeem, what the hell do you want to talk about? Well, this time I have a cheat sheet in my phone, so I don't go on a random rant or just a random path of my podcasting, and so I can talk about the things that I am interested in. Did I fucking repeat myself? Jesus. Um, my girlfriend was over, so she just left. And today, actually, I had to go to a construction site. Not a construction site, but everything's completed. To meet one of my clients, to give them sign-offs and everything, just to make sure that everything is completed according to the plans and all that, right? Since I'm an engineer. I drove to Flushing. It took me fucking an hour. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, right? Jesus Christ. So yesterday, Friday, right? Yesterday, Friday, so I left work around like 7, right? And I actually drove yesterday into work, which was a mistake to begin with. Well, I drove because now I had to go to a construction site. Now, this is a real construction site in Midtown East, right? Murray Hill, Midtown East, kind of. And so I said, fuck it. I'm just going to drive. Because if I take the train, right, so I'll have to take the fucking PATH train from here, from Grove Street or Exchange Place to World Trade Center or 33rd Street, which is Penn Station. And from Penn Station, what the hell am I going to do to go to like east side of Manhattan? So I said, fuck it. You know what? I went to my bagel shop, Wonder Bagels here on Columbus Drive. Is that Columbus Drive? What the fuck? What? Wonder Bagels. So I got my sandwich. I had like a few sips of my, decaf with milk. I drink a lot of water in the morning. As soon as I get up, hydrate yourself. And so I had my sandwich. I usually sit down there. They have like outside seating, like the sidewalk cafe. Is that what you call? Not really sidewalk cafe. It's a bagel shop. It's not a restaurant. But they have seating right outside the bagel shop on the sidewalk. So I usually sit there. I have my AirPods. I listen to NPR, and I have my sandwich, drink water, aqua, yeah, yes. And so from there, I said, fuck it, you know what, I'm just going to drive. So I just drove. But then after I left work, right, sorry, I'm repeating myself, at 7, and then from downtown, I have to basically get into Holland Tunnel, which is basically Canal Street, right? So first of all, I think I made a mistake of not making a right on, what the fuck was that street, dude? Westbury Street? Is that what it is? Jesus Christ. So I missed that because my ex-girlfriend was basically texting me, and she was like, "No, well, okay, so this is what it is. Usually, I asked her like in the morning, listen, do you want to meet up today? I mean, for dinner and all that." She was like, "No, I'm not feeling well, so maybe we can meet next week." All right, I said that's fine. And then she texts me. What the fuck am I saying? She texts me, and while I'm driving, right, I'm almost near the Holland Tunnel, and she texts me, do you want to meet up? Do you want to, do you want to have dinner? I'm like, I kind of ignored her, but then I said, well, listen, I'm about to get into Holland Tunnel, right? No, that's not what I said. I called her because I was about to actually. I was closer to Holland Tunnel. I think that's what it was. No, I was on the West Side Highway, and then I called her. She didn't pick up, and then I texted her saying that, listen, I'm about to get into Holland Tunnel. If you can make it down here, maybe in Tribeca, near the Holland Tunnel, maybe you can go to dinner. So let me know what time you can get here, because she lives like up. Where the fuck up down? Jesus Christ. I knew that it was going to take her like 30 to 40 minutes. But then we decided to just not meet up and then next time so basically I missed the fucking whatever the fuck the Waze, the app that you use on your phone, or your iPhone, or your smartphone, one of those fucking Galaxy, what the fuck is it called, right? And so I missed that fucking exit. And then so Waze were telling me, oh, make a right on Spring Street. So I made a right on Spring Street. This is like 7:30, right? 7:30 in the evening, and you would think that the rush hour traffic is gone after 7 o'clock, right? Evening rush hour traffic. But dude, Jesus fucking Christ. And the traffic was moving like a fucking snail. Not even the snail. I mean, snail probably would have gotten to Jersey City sooner. It was like a fucking shit show. So I basically was in the fucking traffic, which was like a fucking parking lot on Spring Street. From Spring, you make a right on Warwick, and then 2 lanes on Warwick go into the tunnel. The other 2 lanes, they go fucking downtown, right? Through traffic. Jesus fucking Christ. I was there for like 45 minutes just to get into the fucking tunnel. Right? So I'm like, Naeem, why did you fucking drive? Why didn't you fucking take the train? So I think rush hour, whether rush hour or not, Holland Tunnel is a fucking shit show. Always. Jesus Christ. And I think because especially on Friday nights, because other weeknights, it's not that bad. I guess because people travel, so, they use Holland Tunnel to go to Jersey and Pennsylvania and beyond, and so, there's a lot of traffic coming into Manhattan from like, I don't know, fucking BQE, whatever the fuck it is, right? From Connecticut to go to Pennsylvania, to go to fucking DC. I don't know what the fuck is going on, dude. So Friday, no driving, sir. No fucking driving into fucking Manhattan. Alright? Unless and until. Not until, but unless. Unless I had to go to a construction site somewhere, or a meeting somewhere in Queens, the Bronx, or fucking Brooklyn, right? Then I'll drive. And what I'll do is that I will basically stay late at work, I'll work until like 8:30, then I'll leave work so that I can beat the fucking, what's the term that you use? Like, okay, so you have the evening rush hour traffic, right? Evening post rush hour traffic. Did I say that right? Post rush hour traffic. So there's the rush hour, right, from 4 to 7. And then there's post rush hour. Jesus fucking Christ. Did I actually coin that term? Post rush hour? To beat the fucking post rush hour traffic. In any case, sorry, I just ranted on that one. So, but I had to rant. So, yeah, I mean, yesterday basically I just, I just came home and, oh, by the way, Thursday, right? Thursday I went to fucking IKEA because I wanted to have like a, kitchen bar, I wanted to like, buy one of those like narrow tables, where you can actually have your bar and all that, right? And so I went to IKEA. I told my office manager, I'm going to go to IKEA. So I went to IKEA in Elizabeth, New Jersey, right? Jesus Christ. So I went there. I picked up the table, not the table, but the parts. So you had to build it yourself, right? And then I said, you know what? Let me get some Swedish meatballs. Swedish meatballs with some gravy and some fucking mashed potatoes and some fucking string beans, right? But their cafe is closed because I got there late, around like 8:15, I think 8:15 or 8:20. So the fucking cafe is closed. So, but downstairs, after the checkout, so usually they have like another small cafe. So it was kind of like 9 o'clock already, so store was closing, and then so I said, you know what? It's kind of late, but and maybe I should get something to eat, and so I went there and I picked up a bottle of water, right, from one of their fridges, and then I ordered like a hot dog, I don't know why the fuck did I order a fucking hot dog to begin with. And I said, okay, so how long, So I paid for the water and hot dog, and I said, oh no, she told me. The server, not the server, but the lady behind the counter, she told me, oh, 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. All right, okay, that's fine. So I went to the pickup, the furniture pickup area, right, in IKEA. So I went there, I picked up the parts for the table, right? And then I come back to the cafe, and then I ask, okay, so is my hot dog ready? No, sir, we have to make sure that the temperature of the hot dog is at least 160 degrees. But our oven is not working, so we are using this heating table, with steam table. And it's not, the temperature is 157 degrees, so she's basically shoving a fucking temperature gauge, right, into the tip of the fucking, Jesus Christ, she's doing that, right, and then she's looking at the temperature gauge and then thermometer, right, she's like, no, it's still 157, I'm like, okay, it has already been like 15 minutes, right, she told me 3 to 5 minutes or 3 to 6 minutes. And it had already been like fucking 16 minutes, right? And I'm like, is this going to work, or do I have to really wait for a long time, or is this going to work? I asked her, and she was like, no, it should, a few minutes. So then it goes on and on, and it's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 26 minutes, 27. I'm like, fuck this. I mean, I didn't say that to her. I'm like, to myself, I'm like, you know what? Just give me a refund. I'm just gonna go. So she called somebody, and she says, listen, so the customer is getting upset, and so it's still 157 degrees. So what do you want me to do? And then I guess the person on the other line, she probably said, you know what, just give it to them. 157 is fine. So she gave me, I had it. And then I left. By that time, it was out like 9:15. Jesus Christ. And so I got a Thursday night. So this is fucking Thursday night. So I got home late, and then I couldn't build the table, but I came home yesterday, and then I built the table, right? And I mean, it looks nice. I built it. It's there. And it's one of those, like, what do you call it? It's called the, Jesus Christ, console table. It's called console table. It has like the table on top, and then in the middle there's another island, right? So yeah, that thing. So it was, it wasn't bad to actually build that table. It took me like, how long it took me? It took me about like half an hour to build the table. It was so easy, right? Console table, IKEA console table. Look it up. You guys can look it up. So in any case, I don't want to go on and on about, again, my daily routine brief. Jesus Christ, it's already 16 minutes and 36 seconds. Ladies and gents, and every other gender associates out of gazillion genders we have on this planet, right? Jesus, this is the only planet we have. Just imagine we had many other planets, and how many other genders we would have. Huh? How many other genders we would have? Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday, and then today I went to that site, and then I actually, a friend of mine came to meet me because he lives way out in fucking Queens, right? Way the fuck out in Queens. And then he came to meet me, and then we went to Kelly's pub, I just had one like glass of water, white wine, and I watered it down with orange juice, right? And he had a couple of beers, we just were catching up and all that, And then after that, I met up with my girlfriend, and here I am. She just left, so here I am. How is everyone doing, huh? How's your Saturday night going? Jesus, are you out about? Are you partying? You party animals, huh? Well, whatever the hell you guys are doing, enjoy. Just don't make any fucking noise, okay? That's it. I said it. I watched a lot of movies. I started watching fucking Simpsons, It's one of those iconic American shows, TV shows, from the 80s into 90s, I think. And even the 2000s, is that what it is? Jesus Christ. 90210, I already finished. And then I watched, what was that new movie that I watched? Jesus Christ. Did I watch a new movie? I'm trying to remember. I watched a lot of movies. Every night I watch movies. So, and then over the weekends when I wake up, then I watch movies. So, I mean, movies are fun to watch. Obviously, you're right. What are the upcoming movies, by the way? Since we are on this topic of movies. What are the upcoming movies for 2019? I mean, it's already fucking October. Oh shit, the Star Wars is coming, right? Jesus Christ. In December. What happened to the fucking Star Trek? I think next year. I think they're going to have the next one, right? I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, I was watching Blade Runner 2019. No, not 2009. 2049. That's a great movie, obviously, great dystopian setup and amazing graphics and all that, right? Obviously. And what else? What else? Oh yeah. So listen, I go to ShopRite, right? I go to ShopRite here on Marine Boulevard. So I saw this book, right? It's the History Channel, marijuana, right? It says the cannabis, century, modern medicine, tomorrow's cash crop. So I think when pot is going to be legal, it's going to be a multi-billion dollar. It's going to be a multi-billion dollar industry, multi-fucking-billion dollar industry. So I was talking to my friend, when we met. That I don't smoke pot. He does, but we were talking about like if this becomes legal, let's say in New York or even in New Jersey, which I think eventually it will be. Then this is going to be like a multi-billion dollar business. So I think I told him, listen, man, maybe we should set up something where we get some experience of not growing pot, but buying pot from the growers and then sell it in a shop, like set up a shop, just like, alcohol is. I think marijuana is going to be regulated or should be regulated just like alcohol. 21, if you want to smoke weed, you have to be 21. You can't smoke weed in public, right? Etc., etc. All those fucking rules and regulations should apply to pot. But if you are over 21 and you are not under any penalty to not smoke any pot, just like if you're not under a government program where you are in a rehab or under the Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I saying? Under the law to not drink, you should be able to, and if you don't have any health problems regarding drinking, and you're fine, just like you go to a fucking liquor store and you buy your wine or whatever the hell the poison that you buy, right? But pot is not really a poison. Pot is a medicine. But it gets you high. It's a different high than alcohol's high. But it still gets you high, which means that your normal senses are impaired. So you should not be allowed to drive or operate machinery while you are high on pot. But same fucking regulations, maybe a little different. I don't know much about pot and all that, but I think regulation wise it should be the fucking same, right? So what the fuck I was talking about? No, I was talking about pot and how when I say that if I want to set up a shop for pot when it's legal means like, for example, you have liquor store, you have wine stores, right? You're legal, 21 and all that, and you go there, you buy your liquor or whatever the hell it is. It should be the same, and it is actually the same. If you go to Colorado, right, they have these regulated like pot shops where you go there and then you can buy whatever you want. I mean, there are different strains, just like there are different types of liquors, there are different types of wines, right? Same fucking bullshit, same shit, but a different high. Same shit, but a different high, same regulations, blah 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 blah. So pot is going to be a big industry in New York when it's legal, because New York is it's there's a lot of people who actually are dependent on pot, not dependent as an addiction, but just to enjoy, just to enjoy, and also people smoke pot for other reasons, for calmness. Some people have injuries, so they have pain. So pot is good for that as well. It's a medicine, right? There you go. So, oh, by the way, so I'm looking out the window of my apartment, and it's fucking beautiful out there. Is that Jesus Christ? See that? Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to repeat myself, but I guess I did. Good. Okay, so without ranting on the issue, not the issue, but pot is going to be a big business in New York. It's going to be a fucking big business. So whoever wants to like open a pot shop, or they want to sell pot under the regulation, just like you sell liquor or wine or beer under the regulation, you can make good money, I think. Yeah. So that's my take on pot. Was that on my cheat sheet? In my cheat sheet, I'm not sure. But I thought that was interesting. My girlfriend was over here too at that night when we went to ShopRite, and she smokes a little bit of weed, I think she does. And so that's my take on that one. And I'm just going to take it easy tonight, I actually, after my girlfriend left, I actually went up to the roof. It's a little chilly. Temperature is changing, man. Jesus. It's getting colder. I mean, it's October, so what can you say, right? Sometimes you have fucking snow in November or in late October in New York. You never fucking know. So, I have to wear the jacket. Jesus Christ. Northeast winters, man, they're fucking long. I think that was one of the other reasons, besides me being in Brooklyn, that I got depressed really. I didn't have a girlfriend at that time. I wasn't dating anyone, and I had basically cut myself off, from the fucking world. Last year around this time, when I came back from Colorado, I'm like, fuck this Brooklyn. Why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I stuck in fucking New York City? Why can't I fucking get the fuck out? And I did that this year. Yes, I did. I already feel it's a different energy, when you're in New York. And even, like I was telling my girlfriend, we were driving in New York on Highway BQE, right? These fucking drivers in New York are fucking assholes. So I need to change the lane, because now I have to take the exit, But these fucking assholes, they wouldn't let me do that, right? They wouldn't fuck me. So I had to wait until like fucking, all the cars passed, right? But here in New York, as soon as we got off Holland Tunnel, and I had to change the lane to make a left on Manila Boulevard, on Manila Avenue, right? And the nice guy, he just stopped there. He stopped there and he let me go. That's how fucking nice fucking people in New Jersey are. Compared to New York. I'm not saying that they are absolute nice people, but compared to New York drivers, New Jersey drivers are actually people in New Jersey. I mean, I'm not saying drivers are nice, right? Oh, speaking of fucking which, what the fuck am I saying? Fucking which? No, speaking of which, so last Thursday, no, not Thursday, but Wednesday. So Wednesday, or was that Wednesday or Tuesday? So I went to New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission, right? That's what they call it, MVC. Motor Vehicle Commission in Bayonne, right? So I go there. I thought I had all the documents that I needed to first of all get my license in New Jersey, and then register my car, right? So I go there. They give me these fucking like forms, like 4 forms, right? I fill them in and all that, and then I go to what they call the. I get into the line, what they call it, ID check, right? So I get into ID check, and I get into ID check, and then I go to the window that's available, and the lady looks at me, and she's like, I hand her the forms and my New York ID, right? Because I'm a transfer case, means I moved from New York to New Jersey, right? So this is the law, right? So if you are moving from a different state to New Jersey, you have 60 days to get your New Jersey license and get your car registered in New Jersey. You have to, otherwise you get fines. So in any case, so I go there to the window, and then she asks me, "Are you a resident or a citizen?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a resident." "Okay, so where's your green card?" she says. I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, where's your green card? I mean, you're a resident." So I'm like, I lost my green card, so I applied for a replacement one. But they gave me a stamp in my passport. She's like, "Well, then you have to bring your passport." I'm like, "Fuck." "Fuck." And then she said, "We also need proof of your address in New Jersey." And I didn't fucking argue with her because I think I missed that one. That was a mistake I made. I knew they were asking if I was going to be a resident or a citizen. But what if I'm not a fucking resident or a citizen? Jesus Christ. Oh, so then you're not a transfer from another state. Then you are either a student from another country or a visitor from another country, right? Is that what it is? Is that the fuck what it is? I have no fucking idea. But in any case, so then on Thursday, I picked up my passport, right, from my office because I had my passport with a stamp on it. And I already had my car's title with me, and Geico sent me the insurance cards for Jersey. Oh, by the way, so I'm paying actually much less in New Jersey insurance. I think I'm paying like $110 as opposed to $130 something dollars in New York, So that's a really good thing, and yeah, so I did that. So then on Thursday, I called my office manager. I have a new office manager, by the way. So she's pretty good. She's catching up, although she's new, so it's going to take her a little bit of time. But so on Thursday, I went to my bagel shop. I had my sandwich, and I called her. Called her in the office. Listen, I'm going to go to DMV, which is DMVC in New Jersey, and I'm going to get my license and get the car registered. So I went to the one in Jersey City, DMVC in Jersey City, and there was no fucking line. I mean, there was a very short line. I went into the ID check. I handed her my passport, my proof of address. She was very nice, and she's like, "Yeah, that's fine. Everything's nice. Just and then she gave me a ticket, and they said, just have a seat, and then call the number, B146, whatever the fuck it was, right?" And then she told me, "Listen, so just make sure that when you go to the window to get your license, make sure to tell them that you also need to register your car. Otherwise, you will have to wait another fucking hour." I'm like, "No, I don't want to fucking wait another hour." I mean, I didn't say that. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Well, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Good, of course. So then my call was named. What the fuck am I saying? So my name was called. within like, I don't know, within like 15 minutes, I'm checking my email, it's a work day, a lot of fucking things are going on. And then my number was called. I went to the window, and the guy was very nice. Some dude with some beard, you um, and so he was very nice. And then and I told him, listen, man, I also need to register my car. He's like, all right, let me see if I can do that. And he took my picture. Although my picture in my new license, dude, I look so fucking old with my beard. He's like, you can always change your picture. You can always change your picture after 24 hours, he said. I said, well, you know what? I think this is what I need to do. I need to trim my beard. I'll take a picture. No, I can't take a picture for DMV. I'll trim my beard and I'll go to DMV again. I'll tell them, listen, I need to change the picture. And I think they will do it for me right there, whatever the fee, or the fuck the fee I have to pay, I'll pay, and they'll do it for me right there, I think. All right, Tom? All right, okay, it's 36 minutes, so let's just get into my cheat sheet. So that was my story with DMV. So my car has now New Jersey plates. My license is in New Jersey. My office manager dropped off the plates for New York at the DMV downtown, financial district. And oh, by the way, so you have to hand in your license from New York, by the way. So your license from New York is taken by DMV, and then they issue you the New Jersey license. I guess because they don't want you to have two licenses. I don't know what's the fucking reason. I don't know. It's got to be some fucking reason. Oh, I know what the fucking reason is. Then you can, I don't know, you can be a fraudster, and then you can tell your insurance company, hey, by the way, listen, so I live in New York, this is my address, something like that, right? What the fuck it is. But in any case, so let's just get into the future. 37 minutes, 17 seconds, Jesus Christ. My first topic in my cheat sheet, I'm sorry, I apologize. I know I didn't do a podcast after a long time, and this is my second after a long time. My first topic is Mars life and the consequences on Earth. Okay, so this is what I was reading. This was an article, right? Okay, so if we find life on Mars, right? If we find life on Mars, there are consequences to our civilization to that. What are the fucking consequences, sir? Why are there consequences? Okay, so I'm not an astrobiologist. So let me look into that. I think I read this article on CNN.com, or on the app. Life on Mars. Let me do this. Life on Mars and its consequences. Consequences. How the hell do you fucking spell that? Consequences on Earth. Jesus. EARTH, Earth. Okay, so here we go. Possibility of life on Mars. Okay, that's fucking Wikipedia. Okay. Gizmodo. You can go to Gizmodo and say, would finding life on Mars really change anything? Well, I guess what would happen is that I think the religious beliefs and the beliefs that people have that life started here, on Earth, and Earth is the center of the fucking universe, etc., right? Hold on a second. Why the fuck can I not find that fucking article? Jesus Christ. CNN life. Life on Mars, life on Mars, and it consequences on Earth. Oh, okay, so this was the article, right? When or if NASA finds life on Mars, the world may not be ready for the discovery, the agency chief says. So some NASA agency chief said, NASA chief scientist Jim Green doesn't think so. What does he not think so? NASA's next mission to Mars will be its most advanced, but if scientists discover there was once life, or there is life, on the red planet, will the public be ready to handle such an extraterrestrial concept? NASA chief scientist Jim Green does not think so. There we go. So, he's saying it will be revolutionary. It will start a whole new line of thinking. I don't think we are prepared for the results. Why the fuck are we not prepared for the results? Let's read a little bit. I mean, I don't want to fucking read the whole fucking article, but this is something very interesting that I was astonished that this could happen. So the agency's Mars 2020 rover set to launch next summer will be the first to collect samples of Martian material to send back to Earth. But if scientists discover biosignatures of life on in Mars's crust, the findings could majorly rock astrobiology. What happens next is a whole new set of scientific questions. Is that life like us? How are we related? The Mars 2020 rover, along with the European Space Agency's ExoMars rover, will drill into Martian crust. The surface of the red planet is believed to be radioactive. So if there's life on Mars, it likely lives below ground. We have never drilled the deep. Jesus Christ, I don't want to fucking go on and on about this. But you guys can look it up, okay? You guys can look it up. I don't want to be a mouthpiece for Jim Green or fucking NASA's astrobiologists. So you guys can look it up. It was very interesting. So yeah, I think, in my opinion, there will be consequences of consequences of astrobiology, not astrobiology, but how life started, what kind of life is on Mars. Is that molecular organisms, or what the amoebas, or what the fuck? I mean, how is that related to ours, right? I think that would be related to ours because Mars is not very far, and Mars is in the solar system, and I think if they discover any life at all, it will be closer to us, in the form of, I don't know, very hard, deep in the surface, subsurface, sort of like these maybe single cellular structured animals, or biolife, or whatever the fuck it is. Dude, I'm not a fucking expert on this, so why am I claiming that I know shit that I don't know? But I'm just saying based on, logic. Alright, so my next topic. Everyone, including life on Mars. Jesus. Can they hear me from here? Nah, there's no life on Mars. I don't think so, by the way. Nada. Okay, so Ad Astra. Okay, now speaking of which, Ad Astra, as you all know, is a new film starring Brad fucking Pitt. Is that movie actually set in some future, setup, where human beings have been wiped out of the fucking. I don't know. I mean, I haven't even like. I haven't even looked even at the trailer. I might have actually looked at the trailer, but I think actually it made some good money at Astra. It's a great movie. No spoiler alerts, but you guys should watch it. But I think it's still in the. I think it's still in the. What do you call it? In the cinema. You can still watch it in the cinema. I'm not watching it in fucking cinema. When it comes to Amazon or Netflix or one of those, then I'll watch it at home. Make sense? Absolutely. Absolutely makes sense. All right, my next topic, Experian. Oh, this is what the fuck is with Experian and all these companies, right? Credit bureaus, especially Experian, right? So, you know what happens? Sometimes Experian sends you messages, right? Oh, there's an alert to your credit, or there's a message or alert, what the fuck is. So they send me alerts, and I got pissed off, and I was already pissed off at my health insurance company because they're like a fucking mafia, dude. It's like so Texas is investigating them. Right? My previous insurance company, right? Alira, it's called Alira. Fuck him, dude. Fuck him. They haven't paid any of my fucking hospital bills when I was in the hospital last year. Nothing. They are like the fucking mafia. You know, they are being investigated by a lot of agencies. In any case, so. Experience. So sometimes, did you guys actually notice that? You know, sometimes Experience sends you these alerts, right? And then you're like, oh, what the fuck happened? Did my credit score go down, or did it go up, or what? Did somebody like fucking like collections actually, do I have a fucking, like an old fucking bill that I hadn't paid? Shit like that, right? So last time I got an alert from Experian, and then I logged on and said, there's an alert that there's a new sex offender in your area. I'm like, do I really fucking need to know this? Do I really need to fucking know this? Well, I don't know. If I had like children, maybe I would have, I guess, right? Dude, what the fuck, dude? So I was trying to talk to Experian. I'm like, I don't want to fucking get these fucking alerts about sex offenders being in my fucking neighborhood. What the fuck, dude? But in any case, so I got pissed, and I was trying to reach them, and I couldn't reach them, and I went on a Twitter rant with them. I should not have done that, but I guess I got pissed. Why are you sending me these fucking alerts? Okay. Oh, there's a new sex offender. Jesus fucking Christ. Who's that? Epstein? Jesus Christ. All right, my next topic, I'm sorry, California and Wild West. Okay. Why do I have this topic? California and Wild fucking West? Oh, okay. So, a couple of hundred years ago, right? California was a Wild West, as you can know from the Western movies. If you watch Western movies, even Back to the Future, in which Doc and Michael J. Fox, Marty, they mistakenly go back to 1885 into the hinterland of fucking California, where they are fucking cowboys and fucking whatever the fuck his name was, right? But I think it's the same thing with like fucking Colorado, Nevada, and all those states, right, in the West. But I think Colorado is my favorite state. It's my third home to my second home to my first home. But I think it's all fucking hyped that West has been sort of like what is that fucking term you use? West has somehow been stereotyped. That's the word I wanted to use. Fucking stereotype is being fucking Wild West or was a Wild West. It was probably, but now West has uh, the most progressive policies, including marijuana. Even Denver has mushrooms, legalized and all that. Although gun control, that probably is a little bit sketchy. Um, but most of the Western states are pretty much progressive. So and I think this is a fucking hype on the part of the fucking East Coast and to an extent to southern states, where the fuck it is, right? South of Bible Belt, whatever the hell it is. But in any case, so that was my take on that one. So I just wanted to say that West has been stereotyped as a fucking Wild West when it's actually not. All right. My next topic, floating device to clean up ocean debris. Jesus Christ. So as you all know, oceans have a lot of debris, floating debris, plastic, plastic bottles and what the fuck it is, right? So some scientists and the inventors have come up with this floating device that actually basically just it floats on the ocean, on top of the ocean, and it actually grabs everything. It's like a fishnet. I think that's what it was. Fishnet, Jesus. And it basically just grabs everything on the surface: plastic, plastic cups, bottles, um, and all the other fucking good shit, right? And then basically it just fish nets them and then just collect them. So that's my take on that one. That was very interesting, by the way. Ocean, I mean, it's one thing to say the oceans in the Western world, rich countries, oceans around rich countries, although they are polluted, but just imagine the oceans that are next to these poor countries. Just imagine pollution, and Jesus fucking Christ, think about that. And also, I think it goes same ways about other stuff, that happens in these countries. And look at what, I don't want to fucking talk about politics. But my ex-boss is right. Most of these governments and their policies, are just like fucking like dictatorships. That's what they are, gangs. Because they don't fucking care about democracy or what people have to say. Look at what's happening in Hong Kong. Although the Hong Kong is, I don't know. I don't want to fucking talk about politics. I guess I repeated myself, but I don't know much about that whole thing about Hong Kong protests. But I think personal freedom and all that, Although in America you think you have a personal freedom. Yes, we have personal freedom and all that, but then money-wise, that's what me and my friend were talking about today, that, we really don't have a personal freedom because we are just, we earn money, we work so hard, earn money, and then all this money just goes to other people, paying so much rent, office rent, apartment rent, paying bills, paying so much for the food, etc., etc., right? So financially, we are not really free. So unless you are making a lot of money and you are successful, and then you can live anywhere, and then you don't have to be worried about retirement or you know be dependent on other people. Okay, so I guess I don't want to go on a fucking rant on that one, but I guess I did go on a fucking rant on that one. Um, it's already about 56 minutes. Do I have anything else in my cheat sheet? Oh, my last topic. First spot cafe in LA. Jesus Christ. Okay, so apparently the local government in LA, I think, had a lot of applications to open restaurants where the patrons or the customers could freely smoke pot as long as they're 21, and they have no issues with law and all that bullshit, right? So I think LA, they approved uh, they approved one of those cafes, right, or restaurants, and that's the first pot cafe. I call it pot cafe, but I think they were called first marijuana cafe, one of those, right? So basically, you can go in there, right, with your girlfriend or with your, I don't know, with your, just by, even by yourself or whatever the hell that is, right? So you can go in there and then instead of ordering a glass of wine with food, you can order some pot. Jesus Christ. So I think that's progressive. Pot is actually better than alcohol, to be honest with you, unless you have mental health issues and pot messes up to your fucking head, then that's a different story, right? So look it up first, Marijuana Cafe in LA, and that was very interesting. It looked, so they showed the pictures. I think I saw that in CNN. So they were showing pictures. So it looked like a fucking green castle. Not a castle, but it looked like a green, they had all kinds of green plants all over the fucking place, right? So that was interesting, and yeah. So, but in any case, it's already 57 minutes, and it's 11:32 on a fucking Saturday night, and I can go on and on. Although I ranted on a lot of things, I think. And with that said, I'll see you all next Saturday or Sunday, the fun day. Ah.